Welcome back to Malta. In our last video, we went on an incredible boat tour of Malta to the Isle of Gozo, where we took a swim in the Mediterranean Sea and found the most beautiful bar on earth. Today, we are checking into the cheapest hotel in all of Malta, where we will spend 3 nights eating, drinking, and exploring Valletta and St. Julien. Stay tuned to the very end, and we will give you a full review of our experience staying at the most affordable accommodation on the island.
The Beach Garden Hotel has a 3-star rating on Hotels.com. The reviews are kind of all over the place, some mentioning rude staff and mold in the shower, and some praising the location, the price, and the comfort of the beds. Now, I can say the pictures online are definitely a bit embellished compared to the first impression, but the staff was friendly, the lobby was clean, and currently we're not totally grossed out, so my expectations are high.
So because we're staying at the cheapest hotel in Malta, we're unable to leave our bag with the concierge.
Check-in is until 2 and it's 11:30, so we're headed to find a coffee shop in the rain.
Immediately outside of the hotel, I found a Pastizzi spot. This is one of the things I've been dying to try. It's called a Pastizzi. It's a famous Maltese kind of snack. Kind of a mix between a croissant and a puff pastry, and you can see there's cheese already coming out. The most popular ones are chicken and cheese. We decided to go with a ricotta one and a peas one because that sounded unique. Also, at this place, Sean's, it were only 80 cents, and these things used to be a quarter, then they were 30 cents, then they were 50 cents. Now it's tough to find them, and most of the places, they'll be about $1.
You gonna tear or bite?
I'm gonna tear one and bite one.
Okay.
Can you hold this one? It is not supposed to be torn. Oh, this is so bomb.
You're a mess.
I'm probably gonna embarrass myself for a little bit, but I need one more bite of this. Flaky, buttery, salty. This is a perfect on-the-go snack. For 80 cents, you cannot beat this. That ricotta cheese is super creamy, super salty, and that puff pastry is perfectly made, so it just crisps in all the right ways when you're eating it. Fantastic. That pea one is actually curry, so it's like a curried pea filling, like a mushy pea type of deal with some curry powder. It's actually really good. I think I prefer the ricotta one. Worth the hype. Pastizzi. That was my first, but it won't be my last.
Got in earlier than 2 o'clock. The guy was nice. It's $3 per person per night for the city tax, which is like expected all over Europe. What's that equal? 114 bucks for 3 nights, right on the beach. So far, I don't know why it's so cheap. Yeah. Let's see what the room's like. My mistake. It's $1 per person per night, so we only paid $6 for the city tax. So our total is $102 for 3 nights. Do you think we get a terrace? This is us. So we'll wait at the very end. I'm loving that. No neighbors on one side. Three beds. It's not that bad. Like, I've stayed in worse, honestly. There's a little dirt on the walls and like the bathroom is small, but the room is pretty big. And we have a terrace, 3 beds. The TV's bigger than when we stayed in Rome. I don't know, this isn't bad to me. We'll see how it goes over the next 3 nights, but currently, I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. And like, if you bring in the budget, it's like a 9 out of 10. There's an extra pillow and a blanket. That means we each get 2 pillows. That's like Brandon's #1 thing. You need 2 pillows per person. Also, there's a full-length mirror. This is stuff you don't get in a $30 hotel, people.
So one thing we always do, no matter how nice or how crummy the hotel we're staying at is check for bed bugs. We do this everywhere we stay. It's just good to do this before you get comfortable. Luckily, we've never found any.
I feel like as a flight attendant, I just stayed in so many hotels that you just get used to it. I don't think it's weird at all. There's 2 main things to check. In the seams of the mattress and then up underneath it. And then if there's anything near the beds, just pull the drawer out and check in there. And if you're clean, you clean. Like there's no need to check all 3 beds because they would be everywhere if you saw them.
Also, our room comes with this mini split air conditioning. These things are super efficient. We will test that out and let you know in the future if this works or not. There's no refrigerator or coffee maker or anything like that, but there is a hairdryer for you.
Because Malta was under British rule until the 1960s, most of the plugs in Malta are going to be similar to the ones in the UK with the 3-prong system, but the newer hotels, which apparently this one is, have the European plugs. So you will need both adapters depending on where you're staying.
We actually have a little bay view from our room. This is perfect. I'm actually excited. We'll have a glass of wine out here, take in the bay view. That's pretty good. For $30, that's absolutely insane, I feel like.
And we're only an 8-minute walk from our friends staying at a super swanky hotel.
If you or your friends are interested in staying in a room like this, or even a little bit nicer one, we used hotels.com like we always do to book this guy. We'll leave a link in the description below. If you use that link to book, we'll get a little bit of a kickback so that we can afford more cheap hotels to stay at on the road. Just outside the hotel door, there's Hugo's Terrace. There's a couple other small fast eats and a mall right around the corner. So it's a great area and everything you could need is right within a short walk. This little wristband is like a badge of honor that you're staying at the cheapest spot in Malta. We will wear ours proudly. We had the biggest amateur mistake and we got on the bus in the wrong direction.
Let's go drive on the wrong side of the road.
We also waited like half an hour for that one. Now we gotta find the right way. The bus driver let us use our old tickets. Curmudgeon with.
Yeah, he was not happy.
We just got off the bus in Valletta. It took us about 30 minutes to get here and cost us €3 each because it's some sort of an event or it was an express bus. I'm not exactly sure, but we've made it. Malta is sandwiched smack dab in the middle of like Italy and Africa, and it was under British rule until 1964. So you can see that really in like the architecture. It's like amalgamation of like a bunch of different cultures. A ton of shops lining this main street, a couple fountains and things like that. This is the part of Malta that looks exactly like the postcards.
Yeah.
This is an awesome street. Like there's so many alleyways you can discover and there's different restaurants and there's a lot of pubs because it was under English rule. And I have heard you can get a great Sunday roast here.
Brandon was filming at the perfect time. This girl fell right in front of him. She took it like a champ and she didn't drop her ice cream, but then Brandon chased after her to give her the video. He was like, "Can I airdrop this to you? Because you need to see it." Now they're walking down the street like dying laughing. We've decided to take this little train ride around the town. It's 30 minutes, €6. It is cash only, so Faye went to go get cash. Brandon went to go buy a bottle of wine. We're going to try and sneak it on in the back of the train. I'm so glad you guys are doing old people things with me. Yeah, the back of the bus. That's where where the cool kids go.
To bring to your attention the following safety advice during our train ride. While the train is in motion, please remain seated at all times. Please do not lean out of the train. Parents are reminded to keep children seated with you at all times during the journey. Smoking or e-cigarettes are not permitted during the ride. During the reign of Grandmaster de la Casserie, in this cathedral one can view Caravaggio's masterpiece, The Beheading of St. John. One can also visit the Cathedral Museum.
Keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. This is definitely worth the $6.
Across the bay, one can see the San Selena.
spells in remembrance of those who fought in the siege of Malta in World War II. Malta never gave up.
This was Queen Elizabeth's favorite place to vacation, and she actually gave them their independence because of how well they fought in that war.
Somehow we always manage to find the most stairs in a place. We made it to the Goza ferry landing, and this is the only way back up to the bus stop.
Perfect. It's kind of a cool stairway though. We always find the weirdest walks. Ooh, look, more stairs. And now she's just gonna walk into a random door. There's like a little restaurant up here, so we're gonna go check it out. We made the best wrong turn ever. We walked up this narrow alleyway and on this stairway and found a little corner bar doing craft cocktails. Alyssa did like a Paloma with a Bahatra, which the bartender was telling me is a locally made cactus liqueur, and it tasted really good. It's really light, refreshing, good cocktail. Mine is a gin cocktail with chartreuse, lemon, peaches, and honey. It's fantastic. There's also a little bit of muddled cucumber in there, super fresh. Both not overly sweet, very well balanced cocktails in a super dope environment. This is the best day of my life. This place has micheladas, picklebacks, fernet ready to go. Their cocktail menu actually had a bunch of like Spanish Mexican influence, so I'm very familiar with all the ingredients. I feel like I'm at home in this weird alleyway that we stumbled upon in Malta. Alyssa decided to get a michelada, but I decided to get a local beer called Sisk, which is like their Busch Light, I think. It's like a cheap beer that they have everywhere, and it's only $3.
Is he gonna break? Cool.
Pickle Rick to present them.
Cool. Pickle Rick.
Love this.
Thank you.
Picklebacks came on a pickle. And when there's picklebacks anywhere, I feel like you just have to do one. If you haven't done one, all it is a shot of Jameson or Irish whiskey and a shot of pickle juice.
But in America, I've never seen them come with the pickle red.
That's a level up. So for me, I always just do a little bit of pickle juice. I do a little first and a little after. So that's all the pickle juice I use.
Pickle Rick approves.
Did he break in?
Apparently at 6:51, we're ringing bells.
It hasn't stopped.
So
It can't be stopped.
The regular bells did stop, but now they've gone like that a couple times in
He's
a
gone
very
rogue.
ominous fashion. I don't know. If any of you guys know what is happening, leave a comment and let us know. After a few too many picklebacks, we met back up with Steve and Faye for one last Maltese dinner. This place is called the Tap Room, and it was the perfect spot for one last meal with our friends. The miso glazed salmon was crazy tender, and the handmade pastas were to die for. But the star of the show was definitely the crispy pork belly.
We clearly had too much to drink because this footage is so shaky. However, I cannot express to you how insane this pork belly was. This place was awesome, the drinks were strong, and the company was even better.
I have no idea how much this place costs, and for that, thank you to Steve and Faye. I will say overall I slept pretty good. The mattress is a little bouncy, but it doesn't make any noise. It's definitely a decent night's sleep. The water heater came on and was making the absolute worst noise.
That noise is less than ideal.
I only really heard it 1 or 2 times.
We are also 1 block from the party craziness. And you can't hear it in the room.
Yeah, that was great.
Also, the Wi-Fi went out.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna have
that's
to
a
figure
whole
that
nother
out.
issue.
Oh, the noise stopped. But also the Wi-Fi stopped working because too many networks are using the Wi-Fi.
We got Wi-Fi yesterday when we checked in, but for some reason last night it went out, so we needed to use our portable Wi-Fi unit.
But now we're going to check out the pool.
Way nicer than I expected.
It's also 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, and there's nobody out here.
Brandon, it's noon.
It's noon. Don't judge us.
Just love that there's no music and nobody's here.
There's this nightclub called Ocean Blue and a day club too with a little water view. There are cigarette vending machines on like every corner if you need some cigarettes too. Honestly, the location of this $30 hotel could not be any better.
Saw this place on Google Maps and it didn't look terrible, and we haven't had a taco in so long, so we decided to stop at La Casa Del Taco.
Wish us luck.
We got 1 Denver, which is a ground beef, and 1 Professor, which is a birria. The toppings seem normal. The guy seems great. Fingers crossed. First impressions.
First impression, serviceable. They're super packed full of stuff. Corn and pico de gallo it looks like, and some cheese on the ground beef one. But it actually smells like legit seasoned meat. The birria doesn't look all that bad.
I'm excited.
It has been a long time since I've had a taco.
All right, I'm going in. Brandon also asked for hot sauce, so we got a little spice on there too. Not like birria I'm used to, but it's a good taco. Like a, you know what I mean? Like a good shredded beef taco. I wouldn't call it birria, but there's cilantro, onion, cheese. The hot sauce is spicy. The meat's good. The cheese is really good. And the crust on this is great. Not a total sham.
All right, let's do it. Not bad.
Right? It's not like Mexican food.
Yeah,
but
a
it's
little
like,
expensive for what you get,
Yeah.
but they are tacos, and that's what we wanted. Also, this reminds me of like a taco my mom would have made me like on taco night back in high school.
yeah.
And
Like a 90s
it's salty,
kid.
a lot of cumin. Yeah, it's bomb. And the cheese, it's super cheesy. Bomb.
Hot sauce is also good, right? It's spicy.
Yeah, it's like souped up Victoria, or
Yeah.
Bob Victoria.
We are getting ready to check out of the cheapest hotel you can get in Malta, the Beach Garden Hotel. I would stay here again.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad for the right type of traveler. The water was hot, the shower pressure was great, the beds were surprisingly comfortable.
It's a great option if you are here to party, which there's a lot of partying.
Yeah.
If you are here on solo travel, the hotel was really safe. I would stay here solo. Or if you're just budget traveling like us, I think if you're here for a romantic getaway, which there are options for that, pick
Definitely
something
not.
nicer.
Yeah, definitely not this spot for sure. For the price of a hostel, if you have 2 people, you can stay here and have your own private bathroom, your own private shower.
And be close enough to the party action that you can still meet friends and have that sick pool.
You can't really beat that location. You're right on like the party bay. On the weekends, I'm sure it's 10 times as crazy since we were here in the middle of the week. But for us, it worked out perfect.
Our hotel was at the very end of the hallway, so we didn't get Wi-Fi,
which we could have changed if we wanted, but we weren't in the hotel that much and I wasn't uploading any videos. Hotel Wi-Fi was fast enough if you did get a room with Wi-Fi. And then our water heater squealed, which again, we could have just asked to move rooms and I'm sure they would have accommodated. But the front desk people were nice. There's a beer and coffee vending machine. Everything's really clean. We requested no service, and on our third day, they left us towels outside the door, which is great.
Yeah, all in all, know what you're getting into, but it's a great way to have an affordable trip to Malta.
After you stay here, you can afford to get on that cool boat that we did.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in Stockholm.
No.
We'll see you guys in Bucharest. In Romania. I never know where we're going. Oh no. We're rolling out. My bag just got a lot lighter.
We have left more things. Computer bag and a bunch of clothes. By the end of this trip, we're gonna own nothing except a computer.
Thank you for your attention. Thank you for choosing Maltese.